Macdonald rules in the back. I want you to fight a clean, fight hard fight. Protect yourself at all times. You want to touch gloves? Good luck to both of you.
Big John McCarthy, our referee. Matt Hughes said years ago, Joe, you are not a true champion until you defend. His longtime friend will try to do that against Rory Macdonald. Lawler, Macdonald for the belt. Here we go! Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. Lawler the southpaw in the dark trunks, white trunks for Rory Macdonald.
Good straight right by Rory. Rory fights long, Mike.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that presents his opponents with a lot of problems. He's very good at closing distance and then getting away.
The chance of USA for Lawler. Good left hand.
Both guys just measuring each other.
Yep.
Looking for openings.
15th year as a professional for Lawler. So that goes back to when Rory Macdonald was 10 years old. Nice jab.
Strong inside leg kick by Robbie.
Rory returns. A lot of mutual respect here, Joe. There's that long right again.
Didn't quite make it, though. Caught him on the end of it.
Rory, a great athlete, as both men are. Jonathan Chainberg has worked very closely over the years, the strength and conditioning of Rory Macdonald.
Robbie is showing patience in this fight, Mike. And that might not be anticipated by Rory. We're seeing a thinking Robbie Lawler. You're seeing a guy who's still growing and learning.
Robbie says, I'm good, let's go. I mean, Robbie even said the other day, Joe, that he's grown as a fighter in the last 7 months.
Well, they say that about a guy who becomes a champion. When the guy becomes a champion, his confidence grows. And you saw that from Robbie as he's standing there being introduced. He was loving it. He was enjoying it. Much more animated than we've seen from him in the past.
Absolutely. It's been quite a journey for Robbie Lawler. Amazingly, too, Joe, the first champion from American Top Team. And he's staying right out of harm's way, right at the end and then a little bit back of that right hand of Rory Macdonald. The southpaw orthodox matchup. Watch for those straight punches.
Both guys very cautious here. They realize also that this is a 5-round fight.
Yes.
Conserving the gas tank.
Just the second 5-round fight for Rory Macdonald.
There's that right hand again. Rory looking for the uppercut as well. Looking to get Robbie to open up and be aggressive, which is his usual style. But so far, Robbie laying back, being very patient.
Robbie said years ago if he were a baseball player, he'd be a home run hitter. Lawler always has that left hand ready to go. Rory's last 5-rounder was against Tarek Safady in his most recent win in Halifax. He finished that fight in the 3rd.
Rory's having some good success with that kick to the body from the back leg.
Under 90 seconds.
And there's a shot, stuffed, and nice knee. Nice knee by Robbie as well. Robbie's been spending a lot of time working with King Mo Lawal, who's an outstanding wrestler. And a lot of training with him, tightening up that wrestling defense as well as his takedowns. And again, it's one of those things about having such an amazing gym like American Top Team. So many great uppercut to the body by Lawler. It was a hard shot to the body.
We listen into Lawler's corner. There's the man you mentioned, Joe.
And there's that kick again. That one glanced off the cup on the way in.
And he was warned by John McCarthy. Robbie landed that, landed that right hand, Joe. They're his corner calling for the 2-3 with that straight left and a hook with the right. Up the middle, like you said earlier.
Same shot. It's a front kick to the body.
20 seconds. Nicely done. Good connection. That was a 3-2. Final seconds.
The only problem with a round like this, they're feeling each other out, but who the hell knows who won that round? You know, I mean, you really can't go back to your corner confident.
Potentially, we do not know quite yet. Round 2. Up the middle of that kick again, Joe.
He keeps glancing off the cup, though. He did it again. You see there's a red mark on the belly of Robbie Lawler where he's landing it, though. But several times he's knocked off the cup on the way in. It's just the trajectory of the kick.
2002, Robbie Lawler, considered the Mike Tyson of MMA, and the champ is watching Octagon side tonight.
Robbie's having good success with that right jab.
A lot of footwork. Significant strikes thus far. Rory Macdonald plus 10. Robbie trying to close in now. Just stuck the jab right in the face of Lawler there. Robbie looking to parry that lead hand and deliver the left.
Robbie checked that leg kick from Rory well.
There's
good
a good
straight left.
And answered by Macdonald.
Rory opened up with that combination there.
Well done.
Oh,
Up the
and he went
middle.
to the chin.
And you know what? He's been setting it up going low, Joe.
He likes to throw that fake front and then turn into a roundhouse kick as well.
th time, Lawler has been scheduled for 5 rounds.
Again to the body.
Measure, measure.
For Asahabi.
Measure, measure. Beautiful. You're doing beautiful. You're doing beautiful. Beautiful. Pick him apart, baby.
TriStar knows a little something about champions. GSP, one of the greatest ever, and a true mentor to Rory Macdonald.
He mixed it up well there with a good straight to the body, but Robbie caught him again with that jab. Oh, he went high with that. Very nicely done. Out of nowhere.
Back to the center. Lead hook just missed.
Yeah, Rory's doing a good job of staying just on the outside of that, catching it on the very end.
That kick that he keeps going to, Joe, is starting to open up other options. And as you mentioned, you can see the redness on the stomach of Lawler.
Yeah, it will pay. It will pay dividends if he keeps landing it. And he did it again. But Robbie's starting to block it now. He's not letting it go through. Partly because he anticipates it is coming, but also because it's doing damage.
Let's see if Robbie,
he went there with the punch.
In blocking it, leaves an opening for Rory, though.
Well, as Robbie is getting more aggressive to try to pay Rory back, now Rory's having a better success countering, but that was a beautiful 1-2 by Robbie.
Such great footwork.
Oh, nice combination.
Little slip and rip. Rory's busted up a bit, Joe.
That was that 1-2 by Robbie, and again.
Lawler feeling it. You can tell by the way he's moving right now. Feels the momentum.
And Rory with a nice combination. Oh,
and
nice.
again.
And again.
Good counters by Macdonald.
Oh,
big left hand by Lawler.
Robbie. They're opening up.
Robbie pushing forward. The rematch for the title.
There's a lot of blood.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pouring out of Rory's nose.
Robbie's busted him up, and we're just in the second round.
Robbie. Good 1-2.
again with a combination that scores with now just 30 seconds on the clock.
He is such a much more polished striker. In this most recent run in the UFC, he's just a completely different fighter.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's incredible that after all these years, he's still learning and growing.
Again, he connects. Rory, though, again on the counter. Final seconds.
Robbie tagged with another left hand in that exchange. And that is his big power shot. He throws that sweeping hook, too, to set up the straight left.
Let's see what Firas Zahabi says here, Joe. Adjustments are needed in his corner, despite a good round for Robbie Lawler. Firas Zahabi said he's getting a little anxious in there, forcing it too much.
Well, Robbie has been so patient, so uncharacteristically patient. And this is, again, a part of the maturing process that we've recognized from him. He's just getting better.
Robbie has finished 20 of his 25 wins with 19 by strikes. 5 of those kicks and knees. Rory looking to find the range, take the momentum back. It's a good second round for the champion.
And that was one of very few kicks that Robbie's thrown in this fight. Making sure he doesn't get taken down. Oh, good left hand.
Rolled underneath it and boom.
Snapped his head back.
Robbie again steps in. Rory looks to answer. Lawler keeping Macdonald at the end of that jab.
Beautiful straight jab again, a stinging jab by Robbie Lawler.
The jab, the significant difference here in this fight, and there are few better than George St. Pierre with the utilization of the jab. Robbie's doing it against Rory so far. Can he get a takedown?
He's looking for it. Wow, beautiful sprawl by Lawler. Beautiful.
Outstanding.
And punishes him.
Rory's taken down 8 of the 9 opponents.
Oh, wow.
He's attempted to get to the ground. He hasn't done it yet against Robbie.
Rory's face is a mess. He's bleeding from several cuts now.
Yeah, he's by far taken more damage tonight than in any fight in his career. Vancouver, he was 7 seconds in what many believed away from victory. Carlos Condit turned it up in 2010. Then the previously mentioned meeting with Robbie Lawler. 18 wins despite those 2 fights. You can see how the momentum is changing towards the champion.
Well, clearly from the second round on, it's been Robbie Lawler getting the better of the exchanges and definitely doing the most damage. And this round, even more impressive. I mean, Rory is really busted up. He is a mask of blood.
And Robbie looks good. Robbie looks, well, he took that one, but Robbie looks like he hasn't taken much damage at all, Joe.
Even when that was a nice shot by Rory. Even when Rory's landing these shots, Robbie's managing to get just out of the way of them. So they slide off of him or catches him on the end.
Right there.
Oh, he caught him with a nice short right hook.
Yeah, he did. Just over a minute and a half on the clock here in round 3.
Rory also can't breathe out of his nose right now, so he's forced to fight with his mouth open.
You heard Firas Zahabi in the corner saying, don't clear the nose, watch as he went in after that round to get attended to. Also makes you susceptible to the knockout. A big cut on the forehead over the right eye of Rory as well.
And even though Robbie's had Rory hurt, has damaged him considerably, he's still very patient. And that's the new Robbie Lawler.
Sometimes it's your second or third trip around the track, which is your best.
So he's catching him on the very end of these, which really doesn't have a significant impact.
Right.
It's like the power area, Robbie, blocked that, but he might have hurt him.
Yeah, he's staggered. Rory closing in now. Robbie staggered by that kick.
He's hurt.
He's hit again. Macdonald again with the head kick.
Robbie's in big trouble, Mike.
Rory feels it.
Knee, elbow.
20 seconds. Macdonald pouring it on. 15
Nasty
seconds.
elbows.
Robbie trying to get out of the way. Looking to survive. Wow!
Robbie
Advantage,
Lawler.
Rory Macdonald.
He's badly hurt. He has wobbled back to his corner, Mike. Punches. This is a wild fight.
Championship rounds. First time ever for Rory Macdonald.
There's a head kick again. Robbie's in trouble. He is in trouble.
Firas Zahabi said you are figuring him out.
That front kick, what a combination.
Nice elbows. Macdonald with a knee. Looking to finish it right here and become the champion.
Kick to the body. That front kick, he says he's fine.
John's McCarthy right on top of it.
He's talking to him. Robbie turns to him. He keeps saying, I'm fine. Leave me alone.
Those kicks to the body hurt Lawler.
And to the head again.
This is a whole different fight.
This is incredible. Beautiful elbows by Rory.
Rory trying to break him down now. Round 4. Robbie fires back. Some swelling on the right eye of Lawler.
Again with the head kick.
Robbie getting wobbly out there.
Completely different fight here. Rory's just picking him apart from here.
One head kick and boom, everything turned, Joe.
And Robbie still looks like he's on wobbly legs.
Absolutely.
He doesn't look like he's penetrating with his punches.
Rory staying careful, staying disciplined. All of a sudden, the momentum on his side, and that's got to give this kid confidence.
And Robbie's not offering any threat right now either.
Right. Rory was confident, of course, coming in. Robbie was very good early. Rory frustrated. Now he's getting the better of Robbie Lawler. 2 minutes into round 4.
Again, he masked it with the punch.
Firas Zahabi talked about that, Joe, in the corner.
Superman punch.
Superman landed. Look at the blood, though, still from Rory Macdonald.
Good right hook by Robbie.
Robbie back on the board. What a fight.
Good combination by Lawler. Lawler seems to be recovering.
They meet. Uppercut landed by Macdonald. They work in the clinch.
Robbie with the kick to the body. Beautiful elbow by Robbie. Nice jab.
Yep, stiff jab. Connects again.
Roy's getting a little reckless here, Mike.
And that's what Zahabi said don't do. Be patient. You're starting to figure him out. Lawler's starting to work his way back. Answered that head kick with a combination.
Nice 1-2 by Rory.
Robbie was in a
beautiful shot. Look at that sprawl by Lawler. Outstanding.
Right after him again. Robbie was in trouble. John McCarthy. Watch Robbie work his way into this round that now has 90 seconds remaining. Robbie, the dominant striker, rounds 1 and 2. Rory, amazing in round 3.
Again, that front kick to the body.
Joe, their last fight was very even. until the last minute or two. That was a 3-round battle.
Good right hand over the top for Rory. A lot of blood coming out of Robbie's mouth now.
Yeah. So you want to be a mixed martial artist. Rory just showing so much determination. Working through very deep water early. Now Robbie looking to connect again. 20 seconds remain in round 4.
Both guys are standing much more flat-footed in these exchanges, Mike. As they fatigue, they're having a harder time getting out of the way of these shots, and it makes these exchanges much more dangerous.
And both of them having a tough time breathing.
Again, he goes to that head kick.
Wow, how good is this? Robbie cleared the blood. Stared down Rory, Joe. Rory was going nowhere. 5th and final round. Their first fight, a split decision. Lawler took over late. Can Robbie do so here and defend? Or will we have a new champion?
Superman punch. Nice jab by Robbie.
Yep. It may very well come down to these 5 minutes, partner. Nicely done again by Lawler. And again.
Wild exchanges. Oh, he tagged him with that left.
Look at how ferocious Lawler is here in the 21st minute. Lands it.
He's hurt. He's hurt.
This may be it.
That's it. That's it.
It is all over.
Wow.
Robbie Lawler remains the welterweight champion.
Wow. What a fight. What a fight. And what a decisive ending for Robbie Lawler in a fight where he was really pushed. Really pushed to the limit, on the brink of losing his title. Came back and stopped Rory Macdonald in the final round. Amazing.
That punch, one of many to the nose of Lawler, finished the fight. Let's take a look at it on our fight replay.
Macdonald.
Brought to you by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. Watch it, he'll grab his nose.
It just shattered on him. Yeah, and he just couldn't take the pain anymore. Covered up, and that was it. I mean, it was already a shattered nose. But that one punch was the straw that broke the camel's back. What an incredible fight. And a fight where both men were really pushed to the limit. But Robbie Lawler, like champions do, found a way to win.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute of round number 5. Declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Ruthless Robbie Lawler.
Sonnen, you've been given your instructions. I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands all times. Defend yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, go back, let's do this.
Anderson Silva. Choi Sonnen. UFC middleweight championship is on the line.
You ready? Let's fight!
Here we go! Tonight's clock brought to you by Piranha 3D. This summer, 3D shows its teeth in theaters. August 20th, Silva comes out in the black and yellow trunks.
Chael threw a kick and Anderson caught it.
Southpaw, Chael Sonnen, white trunks. Southpaw against southpaw.
Sonnen will push the pace. Ah, the chance of Silva. Oh my, look at that. Whatever it takes. Oh, he rocked him! He hurt him! Big shot by Sonnen! Uppercuts! Oh my goodness! He hurt him again! Sonnen strikes early!
Wow. Who would have expected that? He's got him down. Look at it. Anderson got him down.
Sonnen.
Chael's got a hold of the guillotine. He's going to use that to stand up, and he does.
He's bringing it as promised.
He hurt him again.
Left hand. Wow. And again. Anderson with his hands down, Joe. And shot.
This is where Chael Sonnen shines.
He connected with some vicious strikes.
He moves into half guard.
He's got the arm pin, Joe. Chael Sonnen.
And Chael Sonnen is one of the very best in the world at grinding and beating guys up from the top position. Very difficult to shake off from this spot. Nate Marquardt couldn't do it. Yushin Okami couldn't do it.
To the body. Silva wants to wall walk. The takedowns we expected. Dominant in the striking game early. I don't know if anybody did.
Yeah, we did not expect him to catch him with that left hand and hurt him like that. And again, controlling the legs, pinning his wrist down. Anderson's trying to use that butterfly and elevate him, using his foot here. But Chael's going to stay on top of him, keep his weight on him. And this is what Chael's best at, that wrestling background. And he's hitting him with some big shots.
Catching him every time, Joe. Now he's got his back. Trying to set him up. Trying to lock in a choke. Remember, Anderson Silva, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
What Chael is very good at here, Mike, is control. He's probably not going to try to throw the hooks in. He's just going to stay on and roll with them as he did there.
Half guard now. Another big shot by the challenger. Full guard now for Silva. As dominant as we have seen anybody against Anderson Silva. But it's very early, and it's a 5-round fight.
Yeah, what it is a matter of how much damage can he do in this position, how much wear and tear can he put on Silva.
Oh my! You could hear that one. Now with a quick left.
Into half guard again. And watch for the elbows, that push down elbow. Nice uppercut, he didn't see that coming. Snuck it under the
again,
armpit.
Joe.
Pin that right arm down, he's gonna hit him with a left. And Anderson knows it, that's why he's trying very hard to control that wrist of Chael Sonnen's. And he hits him with it. Anderson moves back to full guard.
Silva.
And Chael hits him again. And again, and again, and again.
Over and over again. He's getting punished by Chael Sonnen.
This is gonna take
45 seconds.
Oh, big shot!
Big one.
And this is gonna side control. This is gonna take a tremendous amount of confidence away from Anderson as well.
Anderson's getting dominated.
Full guard, 30 seconds. Chael Sonnen could not have asked for a better start. And he set it up by outstriking Anderson Silva early in the fight. 10 seconds.
This is more shots than Anderson Silva has taken in his entire MMA career.
Round one, Chael Sonnen. The talking has stopped, the fighting has been controlled by the challenger. Anderson Silva quickly comes out in round two.
Nice leg kick by Anderson.
Anderson's ignited.
And he's down again.
Takes him down again. Title fight. 5-minute rounds.
Nice elbows from the bottom by Anderson. Chael's trying to step over into half guard. Trying very hard to get past that right knee of Anderson's. Anderson fighting it. Chael moves to half guard.
And he's avoided damage on the way in with these takedowns. He's avoided all damage. The chants of USA here in the sold-out Oracle Arena, Oakland, California.
And Anderson trying to do what he did to Dan Henderson, which is stifle the attack by just holding on to him. Now he's boxing his ears. Look at this.
And Anderson
believe it or
holding on
not,
to him,
that
so
is
he's got no
effective.
defense, right?
That does not feel good.
Chael Sonnen.
And Chael trying to break it free here. But Chael may also use this opportunity as Anderson holds on to him to try to pass the guard.
Chael said, win or lose, Anderson Silva will know he's been in a fight. Silva, 11-0 in his UFC career. But getting battered
Big left hand by Chael Sonnen.
Longest win streak in UFC history is in serious jeopardy. Back and forth. The shots to the champion.
And that's the kind of stuff that Chael Sonnen does. Those aren't the biggest shots in the world, but he's never going to let you rest.
And he'll never go away. Powerful shots again.
Good elbow from the bottom by Anderson.
Chael's conditioning has always been superb. And we have not seen Silva pushed like this. Trying to posture up. Silva has control of the right wrist. The left is open. From
Good
the bottom.
elbow.
And the elbow, as Joe said, right to answer the shot by Silva. 2 minutes remains in the second round.
Well, Anderson's doing a better job of defending himself in this round. He's going for an armbar here. Chael's got to be very careful if Anderson can control that wrist.
Big shot again. Missed with that one. Seconds, smothering the champion, looking for a hammer fist or two.
He's got to be careful all the while, though, of submissions from the bottom. Anderson is capable of throwing those arms up, and there he goes.
His corner said, watch for the triangle.
Yep, and the arm bar as well.
The triangle.
He's trying to control the wrist. Nice.
Mixing things up very nicely. Elbows to the thigh, more shots to the body and head.
And again, Anderson trying very hard for that armbar.
Another big round for Sonnen. UFC Middleweight Championship.
Anderson's got his back up against the cage. Would like to get back up to his feet here. Let's see if he's capable of doing it. Chael takes his back. Anderson looking for a Kimura.
Trying to work on the arm of Chael Sonnen. 15 seconds.
Look out for his leg. Anderson's got to be careful of his leg here. Chael's leg's in a bad position.
And he's
out.
Final seconds of the round, Joe.
And he nails it.
Back on the feet for the start of round 3. Big swing by the champion. There's a lot left in this fight. A lot left. Silva. Dancing around and looking to engage. He does with a spinning back kick. Choi pushes forward again.
He's got him down again. And this is the difference between the Damian Maia fight, the Talas Leites fight, is that when Choi gets into the 3rd and 4th round, he can still take Anderson down.
Yep.
He can still threaten with it. Anderson can't dance away from him. And Anderson, again, trying for that Kimura, but Chael's on top riding him. And notice he doesn't put the hooks in. He just rides. He rides the back. That way, when Anderson turns, if Anderson tries to throw him into his guard or attack a leg, Chael will just ride it, spin with him, and wind up on top.
Continuously with the knees. Chael Sonnen staying busy from this position. Trying to soften up Anderson Silva.
And he isn't hitting him with the biggest shots in the world, but they're relentless. And Anderson's got to defend himself.
Anderson taking multiple shots here.
And again, they're just slow, throbbing, pounding punches, nothing big.
Put his hand up
And
a
he
moment ago,
rolls,
now
and
he
notice,
spins
see,
and gets the
Chael
guard.
stays on top of him.
Silva in a better spot, getting the guard, trying to control Chael Sonnen, but having a difficult time each round getting back to the feet.
And this is the type of fight that wears on you. Now, the question about Anderson in the Damian Maia fight was, did he tire? Why did he coast the last 2 rounds? Well, if he was tired in that fight, what's it going to be like going into the 4th and 5th in this fight? Because he's been carrying Chael Sonnen's weight on him. He's been getting beat up. He's been frustrated. He's been getting taken down.
All-American at the University of Oregon. The chance of Sonnen.
And Anderson locking a body triangle down. Now, you cannot attack from this position. The only thing you can do from the body triangle is possibly attempt a Kimura and then let the body triangle go. But really, it's more to stifle the guy who's on top and restrict
Man,
his
look at
breath.
that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rabbit punches.
But he can't get as much into him as he can with an open guard or even a regular closed guard. When Anderson has that body triangle, it makes it much more difficult to generate offense from the top. But he's also not going to be able to attack. He's not going to be able to sweep.
To the body. And to the head.
And he lets go of the body triangle.
Wrestling 101, Chael Sonnen. Two-time University Greco-Roman national champion. Olympic alternate. And the thing most important coming to this fight is everything Chael Sonnen said he believed. He believed he could win this fight, and so far, he looks
He's got to be
brilliant.
careful of the triangle. Anderson was trying to control his wrist there, throw that triangle up. And he's turning right here. He's trying to go for an armbar as he's moving his hips, but Chael Sonnen very aware of it. And he nails him again.
Most believe he is the most talented fighter in the sport, Anderson Silva.
But the big question is always going to be, or always has been, what happens when he fights a really good wrestler? He fought Dan Henderson. The first round he was taken down. The second round he caught Dan, hurt him, and then finished him off with a rear naked choke on the ground. This is the second time he's fighting a really good wrestler.
And it's been 3 rounds, Joe, like that first round that you just talked about.
Well, even more successful. Dan was not as successful in the first round as Chael has been. Dan really just managed to take him down and control him, but Anderson tied him up and prevented a lot of damage.
And he lit him up with some strikes. 30 seconds remain in the 3rd round. Championship fight. 5 5-minute rounds.
Chael's turning it on now.
Punishing the Spider.
I wonder what kind of advice Steven Seagal is going to give him. I'm serious. I'd really like to hear it.
Wow. To his late father, who passed away in '03, and he promised his father he would one day be a world champion. Maybe tonight's the night. Right out to take the center of the octagon. Left hand by Silva. Kick to the body by Anderson. Elbow buckles him. Here comes Anderson Silva.
Chael's got a hold of him again, but can't control.
Anderson with a kick to the body again.
Big left hand by Chael.
Stiff jab, swing and a miss by both men. Sprawl.
Chael's on the bottom.
Anderson Silva on top. His corner said it perfectly. This fight is far from over.
Watch your 12 to 6. No 12 to 6 elbow.
Here comes the champion. Can he keep him down though?
Chael's got him over. Reversal.
How good was that?
That's wrestling, baby.
Couple of big kicks to the body of Chael Sonnen early.
I mean, that's really how dominant he is as a wrestler. Even when he's on the bottom, he can turn it around. Now, Anderson's got to be very, very frustrated now. He's hit him with some good shots. He's still there, and he has not been able to stop him from taking him down or controlling him when they go to the ground.
He has put him on his back as he promised, and he has beaten him up for the better part of now 4 rounds.
And he has forced Anderson to fight. I mean, Anderson is coming out each round when you know he has to stand up. He's doing it with an urgency that we haven't seen from him before. He's taking some bombs here.
Chael Sonnen trying to become the new UFC middleweight champion. And the first man to defeat Anderson Silva in the octagon. UFC president talked about Chael Sonnen going into that fight against Nate Marquardt. Not a lot of people believed he would take out Nate the Great. He did it impressively, setting himself up for this opportunity tonight.
That was a huge confidence builder too, because Nate Marquardt was thought to be the #1 contender in the middleweight division, and a lot of people thought he was the most well-rounded guy outside of Anderson, you know, in the middleweight division.
Chael's trying to pass, Joe.
Anderson's trying to use those butterflies is what it is, Mike, and Chael just basing.
There he is again, throwing the right hand and an elbow. The conditioning of Chael Sonnen as good as any. But Anderson won't go away. And he's getting beat up like we've never seen before.
Yeah, we've never seen him get dominated like this before. And no question, he needs a knockout or a submission to win this fight.
Absolutely.
Again, he tries to lock on that body triangle to slow the assault.
Just
He's got to be careful,
pace.
though, leaving his arms in there. He's got to be careful he doesn't get caught. Look at the left arm of Anderson as Chael Sonnen straightens out his right arm. Be cognizant of that left arm. See how he's doing that? That's setting him up for an armbar. When he's holding onto that elbow right there, the thing is, does he have the energy? Does he have the ability to execute it?
Wow. Watch the long legs of Silva.
Yeah, he's looking for the opening to try to do that. Chael's bleeding, and it's from the elbows of Anderson from the bottom.
But he's just smothering Silva, Joe.
Smothering him and making him carry his weight.
Some heels. Anderson will try pretty much anything now. 30 seconds remain in the 4th round. From the bottom, it's the Spider. You want to talk about backing up everything you have said for the last 7 months?
Good elbows from the bottom by Anderson. Another
We
round.
are headed to round 5.
Another round for Chael Sonnen in the books. This is 4-0 in my opinion.
Sold out Oracle Arena. 5th and final round. Takedown avoided.
Anderson's still very light on his feet. Oh, he tagged him!
Again, he got him! Rocked him!
Unbelievable.
Just as it was in round 1.
I mean, is it too early for Chael to start celebrating? That's the question.
The
Side
chance
control.
of USA
He's
continues.
got a choke.
He's trying to finish the champion. Anderson gets his hips back under and back to full guard. Everything that has been said, all the interviews that have been done. And now the fight has been taken to Anderson Silva like we have never seen before.
The punch that it looked like it knocked Anderson down was actually a slip. I was just showing the replay. Anderson ducked under it, lost his footing, and now he's in side control.
Lost his footing, ended up on his back, and let's see if he can get off his back.
And Anderson's trying to hip escape to get to a better position, but he's very tired at this point. He's been carrying Chael Sonnen's weight for all 4 rounds. And Chael's not going to let him go.
Are we 3 minutes away from having a new champion?
You know what? You can never count out a guy like Anderson Silva. There's a reason why he's a champion. He's got to know he's in a desperate situation. Let's see how much he's got left.
Another
what
elbow
kind
from
of
the bottom.
weapons he can pull out of his arsenal. But this is desperation time. This is do or die.
Wow.
Big punches from Chael Sonnen.
Sonnen is beaten. He is bloodied, but that's what he said he expected. He expected to have to go to battle. He expected to have to overcome.
But as tired as he is, he's in his spot. He is on top.
Said, I owe everything I've achieved in my life to the work ethic that my father taught me. And we're seeing it all come to fruition here tonight in this title fight.
And he's going to keep doing this.
Why not? Punch from the bottom by Anderson Silva. 11-fight win streak could very well be coming to an end. A record-setting win streak. Watch out!
Triangle!
This is trouble! This is trouble! Can he choke out Chael Sonnen? Can Anderson
Chael's in big
Silva
trouble. Chael's got
finish
his
this
legs.
fight?
He's got his legs across. That's what's. He's tapping!
It is all over! It is all over!
Wait a minute, what's going on here? Did he tap?
Josh Rosenthal has stepped in.
What is going on here? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What's happening here?
Anderson Silva saying he tapped.
Did he tap or did he not tap? Let's take a look. It looked like he tapped to me.
Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. Wow, here we go.
Let's see it again here. He slips it over, slaps on the triangle, pulls it tight, locks it in. Now Chael Sonnen did what you're supposed to do. He stepped over with his legs. This is the way to counter the position. He stepped over.
There's the right hand.
That's a tap.
It is all over! Unbelievable! Watch the right hand of Chael Sonnen. Anderson the Spider Silva remains the UFC middleweight champion!
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Josh Rosenthal has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 10 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a triangle choke, and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson, the Spider Silva! Let's get it on!
This is the main event.
And this is for both these athletes' futures. Coleman needs a win to put himself back in it. First-timer Pete Williams looking to make a name for himself and make a statement that he wants to be as successful as other Lions Den athletes.
Lions Den athletes who looked overmatched in the past have come up victorious. Example, New Orleans, where a couple of Lions Den fighters we thought might not fare well came up big. Hooked around the outside of the octagon just momentarily was Pete Williams. Coleman takes it to the ground. UFC 17, redemption. And as you said, an important night for both fighters. Redemption perhaps for Mark Coleman. Keep in mind, being from the Lions Den, Pete Williams is very well versed in submissions.
Yes, he is.
The hammer looking for a strike. Delivers the first one.
Now we'll see what lesson he learned in his fight against Maurice Smith. Is he going to go wild and throw multiple punches without aim, burn himself out, or is he going to be patient? Oh, he's got an arm lock on. Coleman might be going here. Oh, and Mark Coleman doing a great job of spinning and twirling and getting that arm free. His face was grimacing. That thing was extended out, but he was able to maneuver to take the pressure off of it.
Oh, he delivered a big strike. And again tries to drive Pete Williams into the fencing of the octagon right in front of our broadcast position.
And Pete Williams right away with a submission threat.
Trey Telligman, Mikey Burnett.
Gary Bolander over there up on the apron. He's the man with the towel for Pete Williams. High school teammates in wrestling.
An elbow delivered to Pete Williams, just 22 years old. Coleman again delivering shots with the forearm. Everyone in the Lions Den, everyone in the octagon with great heart. You almost wonder, with arms as big as Coleman's, how could you get an arm bar on it? Get enough leverage to get a tap. But almost a moment ago, Pete Williams was able to do that.
I believe Hoist Gracie proved to everyone it doesn't matter how big you are. The arm is there, and it's a matter of whether you leave it there to be seized and stretched.
Can you say leverage?
Leverage is everything. Position is everything. Smarts is everything. Fighting is a mental game. That is why it's a sport. If there were no rules, then I'd agree with critics. It's a free-for-all. But we have rules, and rules mean sport.
One of the key rules to keep in mind, since Mark Coleman met Maurice Smith, the headbutt has been removed. There are no more headbutts. And Coleman worked headbutts on Smith early on during the process in which he exhausted himself.
The headbutt rule was put in to appease some of the critics.
Let's do something, Stanley.
Now, some of the athletes did complain, saying you're taking too much away, but many of the fighters still agree there's plenty of tactics, plenty of skills still left available. And we do want to make sure no one gets hurt. We didn't have any injuries with headbutts in there, but rules in now, everyone abides by it.
3.5 minutes old. Mark Coleman avoiding a submission attempt by Pete Williams earlier. This is the first and only submission specialist that Coleman has ever fought, although this is his 8th matchup in the UFC. He's hammering the ribs now with the right hand a bit. Working in the guard of Pete Williams. Coleman, known for ground and pound.
Williams doing a good job of covering up his face. Mark being patient. He is being patient. He's not just unloading wildly. He's looking for a spot and then unloading then. Only when the opportunity presents itself. And that's how you conserve energy. That's how you maintain good positions. And that's how you stay in the fight late.
Now, Williams is undefeated in mixed martial arts competition. His last matchup in Hawaii back in January of '97. It's been a while.
What it doesn't look like, though, is Mark Coleman is not looking to pass the guard. He's just looking for a way to strike from within the guard. And that's where who you have around you helps so much.
You can remember that Maurice fight like it was yesterday, almost a sprint Coleman made to attack Maurice Smith, and then in the end, he was so fatigued that Smith just took him out.
One thing that was said in Coleman's favor there, Mike, you're right. Maurice picked his spots, didn't rush it, and he was able to come back and win the fight. But Coleman went 7 minutes on empty, had absolutely nothing left, but he didn't quit. He took the punishment that Maurice Smith gave. He knew he was going to lose that fight, and he showed the respect in that interview earlier, saying that he was too arrogant looking at Maurice Smith, didn't have the respect for him. These are the lessons you learn.
The Hammer has said he doesn't claim to be the smartest fighter in the world, but he might have the most talent. He also went on to say he wouldn't trade his attributes with Maurice or anyone else in the world.
Let's go, let's go.
He likes his tools, he just needs to learn how to use them to the fullest.
Gotta do something in. Come on now.
Nothing happening on the ground. Big John brings them back to their feet.
There wasn't enough action on the ground. That is also an interpretation he can make. Mark certainly was looking for a place to strike, but really none presented himself. And interestingly enough, it's and a big right hand. And he nods to Coleman saying, yeah, you got me. But it's interesting, it's Williams who is pressing the attack. And once again, the person on his back isn't spending as much energy.
Coleman looks a bit fatigued, not like it was in earlier UFCs. Those big shoulders coming up and down a bit. He's in great condition, but he's so big and so strong. As time goes on, does that give
another right
his
hand.
opponent? Stay on the feet for a while.
And Mark's legs are straightening out as he steps. That's an indication that he is tired. He can't stay in that breakdown position, that athletic position of readiness.
Pete Williams, straight submission.
Good kick. Mark Coleman's attention with that. Surprised Mark isn't keeping that left jab out there. Keep Williams away. Williams now the aggressor.
And Williams is known more as the defensive fighter. Technically sound, waiting for his chance to submit. Colander showing great support from Williams' corner.
Come on, work. Work.
The Hammer trying to go. They exchange a right and a kick. That brought Ken Shamrock in the audience to his feet.
Coleman's mouthpiece was also dangling from his lips. He's trying to get more air in. Fatigue a factor with Mark Coleman. He's not exhausted, but he's definitely breathing hard.
And we've only gone 7.5 of the 12 minutes of regulation time here in our main event. The heavyweight super fight, the third of the night.
Williams doing a good job here.
You know, you see him at breakfast in a t-shirt and he looks very unassuming at just 22 years old. But the kid knows how to fight. All of them from the Lions Den do. Hammer House against the Lions Den. Pride for the fighters, pride for their teams.
Another lesson it appears that Mark Coleman did not learn is how to stop a round leg kick. He's getting struck. Same thing Maurice Smith did. Williams landing it. Perhaps not with as much force as Maurice Smith, but it's certainly getting Mark Coleman's attention and it's scoring points.
Jeff, I truly can't tell if Mark has caught his breath yet. Now he's going for the double leg with power.
Oh, he's turning his back.
Coleman trying to strike, delivered a right.
Oh!
A big left and another right. The uppercuts from behind, and that is dazed Pete Williams.
There's no doubt Williams was dazed there, and the longer Coleman stays in there, the more chance Williams will have to regain his composure.
Big shots delivered by the Hammer, Mark Coleman.
Let's go. There you go.
Lost to Maurice on July 27th, 1997, down the road in Birmingham. He's also fought in Dothan, Alabama on Judgment Day back in February of 97.
I think this is a bad move by Coleman to try to be lifting Pete Williams while he's hanging on the fence. That's a drain of energy, and he's not going to get anything out of it.
Good work. Keep your hands up the fence.
Two-time heavyweight tournament champion of the UFC. a former Olympic team member in 1992 and the founder of the Hammer House. 9.5 minutes into his fight tonight. A feature matchup from the Mobile Civic Center.
In terms of pressure in this fight, Mike, I think more was on Mark Coleman coming in. Many people expect him to get right back into the heavyweight picture. And I feel that him coming in here, he really wanted to do well. And it's very hard to control instinct. And instinct for Mark Coleman is to pour power and energy in. And if it doesn't work for you, you're going to get frustrated.
Elbows to the back of Mark Coleman. And he's trying to bring him down. Oh, good technique used by Pete Williams.
Great energy. I don't agree with Mark Coleman trying to do this. He's not going to be okay. He finally gets him down here. But now he's going to have to rest in that position. He spent a lot of energy to drag Pete Williams off that fence and get him to the mat. Will he have any left to do anything here now within Williams' guard?
Another UFC debut. Pete Williams stepping into the octagon for the first time in his lifetime. We have seen a lot of UFC debuts tonight. All tremendous fighters. Again, a great compliment to our matchmaker, John Peretti. He has found the best in the world. And again, a matchup which looks as if it very well could go the distance. With just over a minute now left in regulation time.
Pete Williams still has some juice left in him. Coleman, more fatigued than he is, but I have Coleman ahead on points.
Those two big strikes are probably one of the reasons you have that, right?
That and the early on, he was able to control the action, take Pete Williams down. There's a grappling component to this, a striking component, and aggressiveness. And to tell you the truth, Pete Williams was able to come back with his own aggressiveness there, and I believe that's pretty close. Striking, I'm going to have to get to Coleman. Grappling, that's the tough one. Who is winning the grappling? Takedowns versus guard, defense, and mobility. That is what we're going to see what the judges feel.
Let's go.
20 seconds left now in our 12-minute regulation time.
There we go.
A right delivered, a left.
I do believe Coleman, though, here has been aggressive here in the late part of this regulation 12 minutes.
Coleman was looking towards his corner to see how much time was left in regulation. He's holding on now, waiting for the overtime.
That's exactly what he's going to do.
The horn sounds. 12 minutes
Get on up.
of our main event is now in the books.
You okay? You got 3 minutes left, baby.
3 minutes left.
Yeah? Okay, baby.
Coleman looks good, looks composed. He is fatigued, but he is not exhausted.
And waiting in the wings, Randy, the natural Couture, unable to compete tonight. That was going to be the original matchup. Couture against the Hammer, Mark Coleman.
He's not got anything. You've got to move now. You've got to win this, dude. You're behind on points.
That's Jerry Bolander.
You are behind on points. You have got to move. You've got to put 3 fucking minutes. You've got to move.
And Trey Telly. There's Mikey Burnett.
Just go, Pete. This is your fight. If you go, he's not even moving on the ground anymore.
They have admitted that he is behind on points. And there's the Hammer, Mark Coleman, his manager, Adam Hubbard.
Say he's got to move, he's got to move. I'm not sure whether they mean it's striking or whether he gets knocked down, but certainly if I were Pete Williams coming out standing, I'd be throwing kicks to Coleman's leg. I'd be winding up with a punch to follow in case Coleman tries to shoot.
I'll tell you what, Bolander's as intense in the corner as he would be if he was in the octagon.
These two go way back. They're high school buddies from wrestling teams.
Let's get it on!
One found the lion's den, brought the other one in.
Finish it off!
Here we go, 3-minute overtime. And heeding the advice of Jerry Bolander, Williams walks right towards Mark the Hammer Coleman, and he comes out aggressively, looking for an opportunity to strike, delivering a couple of rights, and another. He got some rights in, and a left. A flurry of punches by Williams. And finally, Coleman shoots for a leg. Oh, the knee delivered to the face of Mark Coleman. Williams doing exactly what Jerry Bolander has told him to. And now the Hammer is a bit stunned.
Oh, my goodness! Coleman's down, that's it.
Petey Williams delivers. The Lions dead victorious again. And he did, and he wins.
Coleman, a bad shot, got caught on the way out with a square knee. He shook his head, but I got news for you. That was a power impact. And then right there, instead of it being a low kick, it was up high, and Coleman, hands down, caught it square, knocked out right away and down. That is the only time we've seen a high kick work in the UFC, and wow, what a time to pull it out.
Pete Williams, 22 years old, knocks out Mark Coleman in the overtime period.
45, here we go. Blue trunks for Cub Swanson, white trunks for Doo-Ho Choi.
And Doo-Ho Choi immediately looking for that straight right hand, and he throws it like a piston. Nice knee to the body by Choi, another one.
Choi said that Cub Swanson will be the toughest fighter he's ever faced, Joe.
Knee by Choi, 2 of them in a row. Oh, that was a hard one. Cub's already taking some damage. Right away, Doo-Ho Choi gets his way.
He has been on a meteoric rise in the last 2 years. Superstardom may be right in his neighborhood right now, especially if he can dynamically finish a guy like Cub Swanson.
And Cub is standing right in front of him looking to wing bombs. Doo-Ho Choi throws perfect precision strikes, Mike. No wasted movement in the way he uncorks these punches. Very sniper-like.
11 of his 14 wins by knockout. Hasn't lost since 2010. 12 straight wins, 3 of those in the UFC. There's a good right hand from Cub Swanson.
The Cub's already got some swelling around his right eye where he ate that knee to the head from the clinch. He's got to be very careful of that right hand. You see Choi ready to unload it.
Against the guy who arguably has the best boxing.
Cub cracked him.
In the featherweight division. You saw a little bit of it right there from Swanson.
Well, he certainly has very good boxing and trains with world-class boxers on a regular basis, and he just connected with a very good punch as well. Look for a wheel kick there.
Heavy.
But this is what we were talking about with Cub. He's very creative.
Over the top, ducks under.
Moves around well, just really weird movement that it's hard to prepare for. But Choi stays in the pocket, and then he lands another right hand.
Nice slip. Slip, rolled, and connected.
Oh, good right hand by Cub.
Big right hand. Lead uppercut.
I mean, that's that kind of stuff that you don't know where it's coming from, and that's one of the things that makes Cub so dangerous. Choi is the opposite. Choi is very traditional in his movements. Like, everything he's doing is very precise and technical. He grabbed that clinch again. Let's see if he goes back to that knee. Wow, Doo-Ho Choi chant from the audience. Amazing.
What angered the nation of Canada? Cub Swanson. They clinch. No surprise that Swanson willing to stand in the middle of the octagon and trade.
And Choi with Swanson. Oh, nice knee by Swanson from the clinch. Attacking the calf with a heel. That's that tricky veteran stuff.
A pro since 2009. Choi, as we mentioned, just 25 years old. This is 16th professional MMA bout.
And the biggest one by far.
Oh, for sure. Huge upside and impact on his career if he can earn a victory right now against Cub Swanson.
Yeah, and a huge risk for Swanson, who's a top fighter in this division. He gets dumped. Good right hand over the top by Swanson. He goes for the head kick as well.
That right over the top has worked more than once for Cub Swanson, Joe.
And he fakes with the kick, or excuse me, fakes with the punch and comes with the kick. Swanson is just so creative and unusual in there with his movements.
He's got outstanding head movement as well.
He's one of those fighters that's so unusual with the way he moves that if you saw him fighting in a silhouette, you'd say, oh, that's Cub Swanson. Because it's so unusual. Ooh, nice right hand to the body by Choi.
Choi's got some snap at the end of those punches.
Yeah, there's a good kick by Swanson.
Again, Cub Swanson scores.
Yeah, and Really unorthodox style.
Southpaw.
Looking for a hook kick.
Swanson, half of his camp with Yoel Diaz, half with the Jackson Wing team in Albuquerque. Final seconds of the round. Under law. Choi. Swanson, round 2. Right away, Choi delivers.
Well, right away, what I'm seeing is what Coach Winklejohn and Greg Jackson were telling Cub Swanson is this kid can't fight going backwards. So immediately, Cub Swanson assumes the center of the octagon, and he's trying to get the kid to back up. He's trying to put pressure on him. But you run the risk of getting cracked by counter shots.
There was something about a fish. I didn't quite understand it.
I didn't hear that either. Yeah, Cub, good shots there landed by Cub. Good knee to the body. Good hard shots to the body here.
For a limited time, save $20 on Gears of War 4, the game Polygon calls the best looking game on Xbox One. Early in round 2.
Good jab there by Choi. Oh, beautiful left hook. And look at that inside leg kick by Swanson as he's moving back.
Oh, he cracked him. He's
hurt. Choi's hurt.
Looking to finish him. Can he do it right here, right now?
Cub Swanson's teeing off on this kid.
All over
Rips him to the
Choi
body
here
well.
in the round.
The kid caught Cub Swanson in that exchange. Cub Swanson got cracked in the jaw in that exchange. And Cub comes back.
Still looking for the finish.
Haymakers. Oh, Cub got hurt.
What a flurry. Choi looking now for a victory. Swanson in trouble.
Rips to the body. Cub surviving. He's surviving. He got tagged again. What a fight. Plenty of time.
Good is this?
Plenty of time left in this round. 3 minutes to go. Swanson takes it to the ground and gets the mounts. Full mount. And the back. Cub's got both hooks in.
Can he choke him out? Scramble.
Remember, Cub Swanson, though you rarely see it, is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yep.
Very strong on the ground.
What a flurry back and forth.
Now he's going to use this probably to take a little bit of a break. But now Choi is moving into full guard. Now Cub pushes it back down, half guard again. Cub staying on top. He should maintain top position, though, and good pressure. Right now he's got no pressure, and he's allowing Choi to kick up.
Cub was firing away, looking for a finish.
Well, he's got to be careful of the up kick here.
Yeah.
Very careful.
And Choi fired right back. That's a heavy elbow.
He let him up. Man.
Good use of the teep by Swanson.
There's a lot of time left in this round.
Crazy. Swanson again with a
swinging
big swing.
for the bleachers.
Unbelievable.
He cartwheel kicked him, Sanchez style. And then stuck. Oh, look at this.
Oh, my.
Oh, he's playing with him now. You gotta be careful. This kid can crack. Right hand over the top.
They are putting on a show.
Went for the head kick. Good jab by Choi. And a right hand. Cub Swanson's loading up.
And as you said earlier, Choi so technically sound.
Yeah, it's a completely different style.
Absolutely.
I mean, Cub hands down, gets low, throws power shots over the top. Choi is throwing everything with piston-like precision. Left hand by Choi, excuse me, by Cub. Kick to the body, another left hand. He tagged him. Now he's hurt.
Now it's Swanson again.
Another right hand. Choi's in trouble. Spinning back fist.
Back fist and a follow-up.
Man, this kid's got a chin. Because Cub Swanson can crack, and he has caught this kid with bombs.
What an amazing round here in Toronto.
Listen to this crowd go nuts.
Sellout crowd on their feet.
Cub's taking a breather here, but he's letting this kid off the hook.
There's still another round left.
There is. Crazy. Oh, he got kicked in the
and
got
that
kicked
knee
low.
too. The knee.
What a fight. Looks like Cub Swanson has some sort of a cut on his forehead, Mike. There's blood in his hair. Respect.
What a fight.
Oh,
first shot.
Another right hand and then an elbow behind it. That's the creativity of Cub Swanson.
Yep. Again, that right hand, that overhand right, is finding a home against Choi. Over the top, just
again.
missed, yep. And now Choi throws it. There it is again, Joe.
Yeah. It's amazing how well that kid takes a shot. It really is. A beautiful jab by Choi. Oh, 1-2.
Body. Not even close to a takedown there.
Oh, he got tagged with the right hand.
Big
there.
right hand.
It's crazy.
Cub ducks under.
Nice knee to the body by Choi.
Swanson didn't want to clinch there, Joe.
Right
Choi
hand over the
coming
top
again
by
over
Choi.
the top. Now he's trying to drag Cub Swanson down.
He's going to let him sink the hooks in. Cub's got to be careful.
Choi
Cub spins it around.
Found
Cub
himself
on,
on his back.
Cub on top and trying to hold onto that right leg. He wants to step over that right leg. Look at this. Choi almost spun him around, but now Cub steps over. Almost got him out. Choi did a good job of using his butterflies.
Got to watch the angle there. Those are legal shots from the bottom by Choi.
Yeah, you're seeing two exhausted fighters that are fighting in a crazy war here, folks. Cub passing the guard now, but he's passing it very loose, and he's giving Choi the opportunity to get his feet back under him, like this. Good shot to the body by Cub. Oh, look at that ankle pick.
Right back up.
Very slick
with the
by
right
Choi.
hand. Over the top again.
Oh, choke. He tagged him. Cub tagged him. Oh, what a fight.
Unbelievable. This is crazy.
Beautiful hip toss. But he's got to be careful he doesn't give up his back here.
Grounded opponent.
Because he's got two hands down.
Yep.
One hand down now, you can hit him in the head.
Just over 2 minutes remain. Absolute slugfest.
Good shot to the body.
I'm going to talk about the willingness to stand and trade.
This is crazy.
Magnificent. Who has more left? Swanson.
Good
again with that right
Swanson
hand and again. Choi counters.
Wow, this is crazy.
Don't forget, follow us at UFC at Twitter, fan voting. We want you to tell us how you're scoring the fights all night.
Swanson rolls, winds up on top. He's just exhausted, Mike. Both guys are. And he lands a right hand on the break and looked up at the clock. 1 minute and 10 to go.
Some people were calling this the unofficial main event of the night. Some people were pretty much right.
Well, we knew it was going to be a fun fight,
Yeah.
but man, this is just a massive display of courage and skill.
Both men badly beaten,
Right
but
hand by
neither
Cub.
broken. Look at that.
Left hook, right hand.
97, Joe. Significant strikes. Crazy.
Beautiful shot by Cub Swanson. Cub Swanson's got him hurt. Right
Again,
hand by
Superman
Cub.
punch. Uppercut. Final seconds of the fight.
This fight is dangerously close to being stopped.
He's on top. What a fight.
Amazing fight. Absolutely amazing fight.
Unlike anything maybe we've ever seen.
That's a fight of the year candidate, folks. And one of the last events of the year, it's a fight of the year. Man. Just an incredible performance. This crowd is on its feet in appreciation. Just outstanding. I'll tell you what, win, lose, or draw, this Doo-Ho Choi kid is for real.
Fight replay brought to you by Budweiser, Joe. This Bud's for you. Take a look at
Cub
it.
Swanson put it on him, and here you're seeing it. Connected, that was earlier in the fight, and that's Choi connecting on Swanson. Look at this left hook. Cartwheel kick. Left hook, right hand behind it. I mean, Doo-Ho Choi can take a shot, man. So impressed with this kid's heart and chin, but so impressed with Cub Swanson's ability to adjust. Look at that, left hand, right hand. What a crazy fight, and what a treat to call it.
It is now in the hands of the judges. Look at this last 20 seconds. This might be right where Cub Swanson assured himself a victory in this fight. Right here. The final 20 seconds. He didn't get the stop, but he likely won the fight with that flurry. We will soon find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Cub Swanson!
Gentlemen, went over the rules in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Step back. Good luck to both of you.
Jon Jones and Alexander Gustafsson for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Big John McCarthy, our referee.
All right, here we go. Step back. You ready? You ready? Get on!
Here we go! The champion in the black trunks. The challenger in the blue trunks. Quickly, he throws a kick.
Nice inside leg kick to start off by Gustafsson.
Gustafsson has a lot of power in his right hand.
Right away, it's already interesting seeing the distance. Seeing that Gustafsson can close the distance in a way that we've never seen in a Jon Jones fight before.
Jon switches his stance, then throws a spinning back kick.
And Jon gets the clinch, but can hold on to him.
You asked me earlier, Joe, is anybody else perfect with their takedown defense? And yes, that man, Jon Jones, the champion, has stopped all 16 of his opponent's takedown attempts.
I should have been able to answer that question.
I knew it was coming up.
Jon looks very relaxed here. Nice spinning back kick to the body.
That's a second spin.
Nice kick there, the elliptical kick to the thigh, and the front leg side kick to the thigh as well. Jon has really started to incorporate that a lot into his game. And it's a very frustrating kick to deal with, but Gustafsson answers with some kicks of his own.
It stops you in your tracks, literally.
Yeah.
Really torque your knee.
Both the front leg side kick and the elliptical are very controversial because they hyperextend the knee if they land correctly, but so does a leg lock. You know, I mean, the idea that those should be illegal, I think, is pretty silly.
And Jones, as you have said many times, uses them better than anybody.
Yes, and there's a nice inside leg kick in return by Gustafsson.
The wild card is
nice
the wrestling.
jab by Gustafsson.
of Jon Jones. So far, they have kept it on the feet, which is what Gustafsson wants. He feels he can outstrike the champion, who's in the southpaw stance again.
Nice kick to the body by Jon.
Gustafsson changes levels.
Gustafsson is a very sneaky right hand, Mike. And if Jon is standing flat-footed, if Gustafsson finds an opening, this could get interesting.
We recently saw Anderson Silva defeated by Chris Weidman. Silva had been a perfect 16-0.
Oh, and there's that right hand. That's what I was talking about. There it was. It glanced. It didn't land clean, but that's what Gustafsson's looking for.
Absolutely.
He's looking to land that sniper shot. And there's a nice inside leg kick by Gustafsson.
Jones was in attendance that night.
There's the right hand again. There's a bit of an adjustment period when you're dealing with a guy who's got to reach like either one of these gentlemen do. And this may be the first time they've faced a guy who can do what they're used to doing.
Yep.
Jon's cut. Jon is cut over the right eye.
Gustafsson with that big right hand. Gustafsson again pushing forward.
You're seeing good striking by Gustafsson here. Good movement, good striking.
Spins again. Caught him in the midsection.
Nice spinning back kick. And there's that elliptical kick again.
Head
Jon
kick
goes high.
Gustafsson appears to be very comfortable here in the first
Good
round.
combination by Gustafsson.
90 seconds on the clock.
There's a good right hand over the top. Snuck it over the shoulder.
It's quick.
Nice leg kick by Jon and a return by Gustafsson.
Gustafsson said he would have the speed advantage. Superman punch.
What Gustafsson does have is very loose hands. The way he throws his hands is the way a guy who's been throwing boxing techniques his whole life throws them.
Yep. See the blood rolling down the right side of Jon Jones's face. Gustafsson with the takedown. First time in the UFC.
By Gustafsson, that's incredible. Incredible.
That's all that time spent with Phil Davis and the members of Alliance MMA.
Hold on, he got poked, he got poked. Oh no. We can only hope this is nothing.
Jones gets taken down for the first time in his UFC
Look
career.
Both of you are sticking your fingers out, like I told you, okay? How do you look? Good, better now. See?
Let's take a look at the replay here.
Stay there.
Yep, one finger grazed the eye. It doesn't look too bad, though. It doesn't look too bad. That didn't go in that deep. And Gustafsson is kind of blinking a little bit, but not too bad. I think it's going to keep going. Here we go.
Fight!
And Big John said to both fighters, Joe, you're both sticking your fingers out. Let's keep an eye on it. Let's watch it.
Well, they're both used to using that excellent reach advantage and holding guys off.
Yep.
Spinning elbow by Jon. Jon's really starting to get aggressive now. Kick to the body.
Now Jones looks for the takedown.
And he's got Gustafsson up.
Final seconds of the round.
Big elbow.
Big elbow. The challenger is set for round two. The light heavyweight belt is on the line.
There's a nice inside leg kick by Jon.
When Gustafsson defeated Thiago Silva in Stockholm, Sweden, when he was in the main event, the first event in Sweden.
Look at that! Dose! But Jon's chasing after him now. Look at
Literally
this.
chasing him.
Unbelievable!
Wow! Gustafsson avoids. That's when people really started to say, this kid is special. And he matches up physically with the champion, Jon Jones.
Well, I'm very impressed with Gustafsson so far, Mike. But the fight is just begun. Jon ducks under, gets the clinch. Can it take him down again?
He usually gets that clinch, that Greco going, and you're going for a ride. Jones has had 5 takedown attempts stuffed by Alexander Gustafsson.
one of the differences is in their approach is that Gustafsson is much more light on his feet. He bounces around a lot, cuts angles left and right a lot. Big John's got to really get out of the way of these guys.
That's one thing they talked about in the camp, Joe, is the angles of Alexander Gustafsson.
Look at that, haymaker over the top. And the the loose strike, look how light the way his hands move. Minimal effort, they just fly off his shoulders.
Jones has never been knocked down or submitted.
Oh, he can
nice kick.
John can take a shot.
Yep.
Guarantee that. We saw that in the Lyoto Machida fight. Lyoto tagged him cleanly with a straight left. And John felt that was an important moment for him because he learned he can take it.
Spinning again.
And again, with that side kick to the thigh. And another question is, with the way Gustafsson moves, will he be able to continue that for 5 rounds?
Especially with those kicks to the thigh.
Yes, good point. And constantly hitting that elliptical kick that hyperextends the knee. Goes high.
Head kick. Big connection for Jones.
Stuffed that one. Now John knows that Gustafsson is thinking of taking him down.
Woo! Wow, just missed with the counter.
And he's winging that left hook. And that nice jab as well.
Those boxing skills. Over the top. 2 minutes on the clock here in the second.
And Gustafsson does have an amateur boxing background, defeated the Swedish national boxing champion.
In all the interviews working our way to tonight, Gustafsson showed a ton of confidence.
Nice leg kick there.
Said quite simply, I can beat John Jones any day. So far, he is right in this fight. Jones misses with the right.
Again with the head kick. But look at this, caught the leg. John rolls under, tries to get a hold of him. Now he's got a clinch, got the hands behind the hips. How about the takedown defense of Gustafsson? Amazing. That's what you get when you train with Phil Davis.
Yep, 6 for 6.
Incredible, absolutely incredible.
That's a huge story in this fight.
It really is.
Gustafsson with the right again.
Nice right hand and a nice leg kick by John. Again with that inside leg kick.
Stats are very even thus far in the striking department. They both connected there.
Oh, going high. Nice uppercut by Gustafsson, man. Gustafsson seems to have the advantage with the hand techniques, Mike. John has been throwing some really nice kicks.
That one checked.
But Gustafsson seems to have the hand speed advantage here.
Final seconds of the round.
And more importantly, he seems to have more fluidity to his hand techniques. The cut above it.
That from a very early punch from Gustafsson.
And there's that kick again. And as John continues to land these hard leg kicks. Oh, big combination by Gustafsson. A right over the top and a right uppercut. What I was saying is that those kicks are going to take away some of the movement, and some of the movement is what has been a key to the success of Gustafsson. And as John continues to pick away at that leg, we see him being a little bit less nimble every time those kicks land.
Checked. Gustafsson remains engaged. A lot of kicks and good success with the kicks for John Jones.
You know, the spinning back kick to the head, Henan Barrow style. Look at that.
Up for a second.
Takedown defense by Gustafsson. really impressed with that aspect of his game, and that is, look at that, jab to the body and then up high. And that's something that he really realized he needed to work on, his grappling, and that's why he came to Alliance. Right hand over the top. After the Phil Davis fight, he knew that he had a hole in his game, and he knew if he wanted to compete with the best fighters in the world, he had to make the move to America and go with the top camp.
And not much better than Phil Davis to work on your wrestling with.
Oh, high kick!
Again. Uppercut, level changes by Gustafsson. Third round.
This has been, in John's side, the most he's ever been hit inside the octagon by strikes. And the most he's ever been hit clean.
But he keeps on coming.
Nice kick to the body there by John. And a return by Gustafsson.
Inside leg kick by the Swede.
And then the real question becomes, what happens as this gets into the championship rounds? Is Gustafsson prepared for that? He's never been there before. Good uppercut and a good right hand behind it by Gustafsson.
Big jab now to the body. Mixing things up nicely with the hands. Gustafsson again connects. Just past the midway point of this championship fight.
The key to John's attack has really been the kicks in this fight. That's where he's been the most successful. Nice elliptical kick again, hyperextending the knee. Switches it up, he's looking for the left kick now. Oh, he went with an axe kick. Man. And to the body. To the body, hard kick, and the left hand behind it. That kick was hard, Mike. And you see Gustafsson taking some big, deep breaths there.
Yeah, John has thrown some really good kicks in this fight.
But that was the first time you see Gustafsson open his mouth wide and take big, deep breaths.
Kick jab for the champion. Switching his stance a lot tonight.
He's looking for that left kick again every time he does that. When he goes southpaw,
Gustafsson, 1 of 3 with his takedown attempts. Good hands again, he's finding John Jones's face. 45 seconds.
Look at that.
Both men. Gustafsson retreats, gets back to the center of the octagon.
Excellent footwork by Gustafsson. Look at that combination. And a jab and an elbow. John's looking for that spin. Yep, there's the elbow. Look at that, Gustafsson grabs a hold of him.
Can he get another one? Nope.
Amazing that the takedowns in this fight have been Gustafsson.
Final seconds of the third.
Check that kick.
We are Atlanta against Rashad Evans. He went into the 4th round with Rampage and into the 4th round with Vitor Belfort.
But those were very different fights. There was a very different feel to those fights. This is a very competitive fight. And there's a nice left by John.
This is the first time Gustafsson has gone into the championship rounds, and there's that big right hand again.
It's a very different fight than those fights because John was in complete control of the Rashad Evans fight by the time he got into the championship rounds.
And the Rampage fight.
Both those fights, he controlled the distance and utilized his strikes. But in this fight, he's the one who's been getting tagged. I mean, look at their faces. John has 2 swollen eyes, big cut over the right eye. There's a nice right hand by John. And he can't get a hold of Gustafsson, which is really crazy to see. And there's another thing to consider, and that is the toe of John Jones that was badly injured in the Chael Sonnen fight. know he had a lot of time to recover, but how much of that injury is still lingering?
Good point. He's thrown a lot of kicks, though, Joe.
Yes, he has. But that was a serious injury.
Nasty looking. Again with that right hand, the Swede.
You know, when you see fighters enter the octagon, you never know what kind of injuries they're carrying with them, and almost all of them have something wrong with them come fight time. There's a nice jab by John.
He said physically that Gustafsson matches up better than anyone who has ever fought John Jones before.
And the combinations he's throwing, just so loose, right to the body, left up top.
But we wondered, could he handle the brilliance of the champion? And thus far, the answer is yes.
And then some.
Statistically, he has the lead.
Nice leg kick by John. I would imagine that John has the leg kick advantage or the kicking advantage. Is that correct?
Yes. But in overall strikes, it's Gustafsson.
Nice straight jab by Gustafsson. And there's a nice inside leg kick by John. And another. But, you know, we're in the 4th round now. I mean, something's got to happen here.
Yep, over 120 significant strikes landed by the challenger.
Again, beautiful left. The most impressive thing has not just been the striking of Gustafsson, but his ability to stuff the takedown.
Yep, in that slip and counter a moment ago. Again, teeing off.
And John's got the clinch here. Let's see what he can do with it.
A lot of time to work.
He drops down. He's got his hands clasped together. Let's see the defense of Gustafsson. Can he spread those legs? Can he get that base wide? He got him. Amazing. Wow. Amazing. And that cut is leaking into his eye badly.
Not only does he avoid the takedown, but those vicious elbows in the ground and pound of John Jones.
Look at the cut over the eye of John Jones.
And that punch landed early, Joe, in the 1st round of the fight.
And that's got to be impairing his vision now. Nice left hook and a jab. Smooth boxing by Gustafsson. And still moving very lightly on his feet.
And again with the right hand.
Here's a takedown attempt again. Stuffed one more time.
Wow.
Despite the fact that he took all those leg kicks, he's still moving very well.
9 for 9.
And another one, he goes up high.
Takedown defense has been perfect for Gustafsson. He has stuffed all 9 of Jones's takedown attempts. Oh, nice left by the champion.
Gustafsson takes it well, he steps in with an elbow.
45 seconds left in round 4.
John looks for the spin.
Again,
that's a nice elbow.
Caught him.
Oh, that might have hurt him.
Yeah, that did. Jones with a big
vicious knee and a vicious elbow.
30 seconds runs in the round. Gustafsson trying to escape.
And Gustafsson stuffs the takedown even while hurt. Amazing.
20 seconds.
And stays busy.
Again with a big elbow. Watch the clock closely. Gustafsson is hurt.
And he looks for the spin again. Gustafsson's busted up now.
Final seconds of the round.
Flying knee.
Gustafsson is going to survive.
Incredible fight. Incredible fight.
Unbelievable. Toronto, Ontario, Canada. 5th and final round. Wow. What a fight. Jones draws blood at the end of the 4th.
And we have no idea if Gustafsson is fully recovered. Gustafsson was in some serious trouble towards the end of the 4th.
He got that left to land early.
Nice right hand and a left behind it by Gustafsson.
Gustafsson counters. Changes levels.
Nice
Jones
kick by
with a
John.
kick.
And he goes to the inside leg.
1 kick, 2 punches. Both men busted up. This has been an incredible light heavyweight title fight.
one of the best of all time.
And Gustafsson looks to take Jones with nice uppercuts.
4 minutes remain. Oh, nice left by the champion. Superman punch.
And when John looks for that right leg forward, look for the kick off the left.
Gustafsson with that right hand again, Joe.
He's looking to go high with that kick. Nice elbow, steps in with it.
Quick uppercuts by the challenger.
John's lips are swollen up too now, Mike. And look at this, Gustafsson looking for the takedown. Those punches of Gustafsson are busting up the mouth of John Jones. Good right by John.
Can he get this one? Finally, on the 10th attempt, Jones gets the takedown.
But he's exhausted, Mike, and he's got to pass this guard to do some damage. And Gustafsson is scooting back to the cage. How much does John have in the tank now?
Gustafsson right
to
up.
his feet, incredible. And John's taking some big, deep breaths here.
As is Alexander Gustafsson.
John spit some blood out of his mouth there, Mike.
Midway point of the 5th and final round. The UFC light heavyweight title is on the line. Big head kick.
And Gustafsson just ate it.
Yep.
McCarthy warning them to close their hands.
Gustafsson with a kick.
Gustafsson just put his hands on his hips like he was exhausted. Another head kick. Gustafsson might be in trouble, Mike.
2 minutes on the clock.
Gustafsson looks like he's barely keeping it together with the way he's moving.
Another big kick from Jones.
Look, he's trying to make it look like he's okay, but I don't think he is. I think he's absolutely exhausted here, but still manages to stuff the takedown. Look at how he's moving away.
Gets a couple punches on.
Both of these guys are pushed to their limit in this fight.
From Gustafsson.
What an incredible fight.
90 seconds on the clock. And is Alexander Gustafsson ahead on the scorecards?
He may very well be, Mike. The big round for John was obviously the last round, but that might be the only round he's won.
What an incredible title fight.
And John may easily be winning this round, though, too, Mike. So all he would need was one of the previous, the first 3.
1 minute remains. Another head kick. So you want to be an ultimate fighter.
What a fight.
45.
Let's see if
trying to make history tonight.
Can pull it off down the stretch. If he can really put something together to take this round.
30 seconds.
There's a head kick again.
Gustafsson missed with the uppercut.
I'm amazed at Gustafsson's ability to absorb that head kick. And another one. Incredible.
And an elbow. 15 seconds.
Gustafsson's got a chin on him, man.
10 seconds.
And Gustafsson with a trip.
They're going to go the distance.
Flying knee by Jones.
Wow. What a fight.
Unbelievable. What a fight. That might be the greatest title fight in the history of the light heavyweight division.
Hard to argue.
And I have no idea who won. Incredible.
History on the line tonight. John Jones trying to defend for the 6th consecutive time. But Alexander Gustafsson was outstanding. Wow. And landed nearly 200 significant strikes.
What an incredible, incredible fight.
Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go.
And there's a beautiful left hook by Gustafsson. And there's a left by Jones. There's the final takedown where Jones finally got him down. And here's a head kick. Blocked by Gustafsson. So many head kicks by Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 48-47, and 49-46 for the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, John Bones Jones!
He sets the record.
Have any question about the rules? Make sure you guys do a clean fight, okay? And good luck.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a stare down, baby. Here we go.
Frank Trigg just blew him a kiss. They
Matt
touched
Hughes,
faces.
the champion. Mario Yamasaki, the referee.
Are you ready?
Wow, that was intense.
Are you ready?
The challenger,
Let's
Frank
go!
Trigg. And here we go for the welterweight championship of the world. Trigg coming out southpaw. High kick blocked.
That just highlights what I was saying about Matt Hughes. I mean, this is a guy who's constantly evolving.
And you know they work hands at the Militich camp.
They work everything.
Absolutely.
Tie up.
Who will get the first big takedown? Remember, Frank did take Matt down in the first matchup. Wow, this is a battle of great wrestlers in this position, buddy.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see two guys who could have very easily competed in wrestling find their way.
He got
hit in the balls.
He got hit, yep. Oh, and he's still going after.
He's out.
And he's trying to finish it. Frank Trigg looking to finish Matt Hughes.
Wow, he got rocked.
Frank Trigg looking to finish Matt Hughes.
He got hit in the groin, looked to referee Mario Yamasaki. Mario Yamasaki didn't stop it, and Frank Trigg took advantage of it.
Wow. And now Frank Trigg in a good position.
Wow.
And he rains down side control. Trying to finish the fight here quickly against Matt Hughes.
He's got the mount. You hear Rico Chaparelli in his corner saying, relax and breathe to Trigg. You're looking good. Trigg took advantage of an opportunity. I mean,
he did the right thing. You continue to go until you're told to stop.
Absolutely. I mean, Matt looked to help from the referee, but Mario Yamasaki didn't see the groin strike. Good control by Trigg. Nice mount. Matt tries to bring him off, but he gets his back. Could this be payback for the first fight?
Could this be exactly like the first fight?
Matt Hughes choked out Frank Trigg with a rear naked choke in the first fight. Now he finds himself in the same situation with Trigg on his back.
Hughes has recovered from the unintentional strike, but can he survive this bad position he has been put into?
I've never seen Trigg choke anybody out like this. He's got a hold.
Matt Hughes in survival mode here.
Trigg's doing a really good job of holding it back. Now he's got a sunk in.
If he stands up, it could be identical to what we saw before with the other fighter taking advantage.
Matt's face is going red. He might have to tap.
Oh, Matt Hughes survives. Matt Hughes survives. Oh, my. And here we go. Bam.
Whoa. The brink of defeat. And he pulls it out.
Are you kidding me?
It's payback time.
And he will take the mount. And he will try to ground and pound Trigg, who must be exhausted from trying to close down that choke.
Absolutely. This has got to be disheartening for Trigg here. He thought he had him. He took advantage of a mistake by Hughes.
Gives him his back.
Oh, my God. He's got it. He's got it sunk.
Oh, a good elbow by Hughes. And another one delivered to Trigg.
Good job by Trigg rolling away from the rear naked choke, but Matt Hughes has still got him mounted. And dropping those elbows.
This is what the UFC is all about. Big elbows by Hughes.
He has stopped a lot of people from this position.
Trigg
He's got the back again.
Will he really stand up here, Joe? I just picture the great finish before. Hughes would be happy to let him stand up, get those hooks in and pull down that neck as he did before.
He's got it! He's got it! He's
Can
got
he
it!
finish? Trigg, it's out! And it's all over! And it's all over! Matt Hughes remains the welterweight champion!
Incredible! Incredible!
That man is as great a champion as we have ever witnessed here in the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Matt Hughes showing incredible character, incredible resolve, the ability to withstand pressure. He got rocked, he got kicked in the groin and hurt. He turned to the referee for safety. The referee said that he didn't see the shot, keep going. He got rocked by a couple punches. Trigg had his back. Let's take a look at the first knee. This is the first knee to the groin that started things off badly for Matt. Bang, right on the nugget. See, he turns to Mario Yamasaki to tell him he got hit. And then he got rocked. Trigg raining down punches.
Listen.
Oh, right on the...
Watch it.
You hear Mario Yamasaki said, look out for the knee, but he didn't do anything to stop it, and Trigg took full advantage of this.
And then Trigg was so exhausted after trying to put the choke down that he could not survive the reversal of fortunes.
Beautiful job by Matt Hughes, overcoming diversity and finishing the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes 5 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, and still